welcome back to Chat and Chill. Hope you guys have had a great, what day is it today?
Wednesday.
Hope you had a great weekend. Comes out Monday. I had to double check real quick. Listen, man, sometimes I still forget. Anyway, hope you had a great weekend. Let me know in the comment section below what went down. As you can see, I know you can see a new face on our couch today, can't you? If you can't, then put the glasses on quickly. But we have a beautiful man. I don't know about you ladies, but like, please sign in my DMs instead. But but I got he's not only just is he quite tall, he works in the media. Want a video shoot, you holler at my boy. Want him to come to your event, you holler at my boy. Anything else, you holler at my boy. We got our boy Alf in the building, man. What do you say, brother?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm good, man. Fun fact, it's been about 5 years since I last saw you, innit?
Made that 6.
6 years, yeah. First year of college.
Trust me.
Like, yeah, a long time.
What have you been up to?
I've been running, so basically I run my own filming company. So literally just been filming and editing, working on shoots, getting projects out. So.
And this film company is called Alpha and Omega Productions.
That's right,
Okay.
yeah.
Now, I don't know if you know, but there's a lot of Alpha and Omega Productions out there.
Yeah.
What made you choose the name Alpha and Omega Productions?
Because one, my name's Alpha in it, so that's just
like
me.
birth name,
legal name, government name.
Technically won that already.
So, so that's just my name, and then Omega, you got the Alpha and Omega, it's in the Bible, you heard it again and again. So for me, it was kind of just like a no-brainer.
Okay.
You know? Like, so it was like Alpha Omega, like straight, boom, there you go. So Alpha Omega Productions, that's where we go.
So, what type of productions have you been doing?
So we just recently released a web series called Educating the Mind. That released last Friday.
I saw the trailer for that.
Yeah,
that was very funny. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so wow. So we started that the production started in May. It was the longest project I worked on so far. It started in May, released in November 24th. That was a really, really funny project. Like,
tell us more. What is the Educating the Divine about?
Educating the Divine. So Educating the Divine is about a man who goes to Nigeria, finds a wife, marries a wife, brings her to the UK, and it's based on how she settles in the UK. So it's a comedy. She does some really, really silly and unbelievable stuff that there's just no common sense in it, man. There's just some really, really funny stuff in it. So that's what it's about. It's a really funny project. Every episode is about 10 to 12 minutes long.
Okay.
It's a seven episode web series, so an episode releasing every single week. So that was the longest project we worked on. That was just out. We recently just filmed Toast to Young London, which is a business networking event. So we filmed that. That was a really nice one. That one's coming out soon. Video's all done. The next one again we're shooting tomorrow, Out the Box. That's a talk/business networking event. Okay. So that's gonna have 2 speakers with Tommy Mucci. Yeah, I believe that's how you say the last name. And then Priska Moyeza. They'll beat me up. That's a good name. But yeah, they're talking tomorrow. That's gonna be a great one. Out the Box. That's one of the first clients we had. I really like their events. The owner Renee, she's really, really lovely. You always have a very good vibe at events. You always learn a lot at these events too. Yeah. So yeah, that's the next one that we're filming on.
So why video production? Why filming? What got you into this?
You know what? I've just been in it and around it since I was 17. Yeah. I have a really good friend of mine. He's a videographer, and he was the closest person to me who started doing videography. He had a shoot with a big client one time, and I remember it was in 6th form, and he was so happy. Like, I was really happy for him, innit? And he invited me along. Went there, saw how he was doing it, how it was done. I was like, wow, this is pretty live. Like, so then I just naturally went into that road. But I wasn't really doing it consistently. It was really on and off, like really on and off. I always had ideas to do video stuff, like do music videos and stuff like that. But I didn't really it sounds kind of cheesy, but I didn't really take that leap of faith in it to go and do it myself, innit? So it was only in October this year that I really just taking it serious and really started my own production company. I really been doing the videography because it's always been there. I've always had projects here and there. The only thing was just consistency and upcoming projects. But what I've seen, once you keep consistent, keep working, the projects just come out of nowhere. So yeah.
So, you know, kind of doing it for a couple of months now, kind of being around it for how long? What tips could you give to maybe any young videographers maybe watching the show?
I'd say just do it, man. Like I was freelancing with this company this week, and I was at a conference, and there were so many business owners and so many entrepreneurs. And the thing, one person said, one of the speakers called Patrick Finnegan, 21-year-old millionaire, like great talk. What he said was, just go out there and do it. Go out there and do it, and then on the way you will adjust and you'll find balance.
It's so much harder to do than to say.
It is hard to do. Like, don't get me wrong.
Just do it. So
like, it is hard to do, but you have to. If you don't do it, you're not gonna start. And if you don't start, you'll still be in the same position as yesterday and the other day. You get me? So the best thing to do is to start. Like leave all those. Oh, don't overthink it. Don't ask too much questions. Don't look at other people too much. Don't focus on other people. Just go and do it. Just do it, and everything comes into place. Like my cousin, he's a rapper. He started literally. It's coming to a year now. Actually, no, it's been more than a year. It's been a year since he made the first track. Since that whole year, he has been so consistent. He's been getting on so many shows, he's been making so much music. I'm not saying he's the sickest rapper or anything. Like, he's good. He's got a very long way to know, but he's good. But the point is, he's been so consistent. He's been working so hard for a year.
He's not in the same place as he was last year.
He's completely elevated. And when I was on the way, he just sent me his tune. He got onto Apple Music today. Like, so he's done so much in a year. He's met so many people. He's gone to so many shows, and that's just through keeping consistent.
Shout out to him.
Like, not like thinking of what anyone else is thinking, and just staying focused on you and being positive and showing people love. So yeah, it's one of those things. Just go out and do it. Get started. Yes, you don't know all the answers now, but you're not gonna know all the answers now unless you're trying it. So yeah, man.
So do you think when it comes to when people are coming to like doing what you want to do you think people always, the problem is they're too busy thinking what others might think?
Yeah, I think that's just it's a common thing when can I say this entrepreneur like world, like doing your own thing. Like, I think it's a common thing. And again, I was at another talk. I keep saying I'm at these a lot of talks. Listen, I'm not. But it's just a lot of. I've taken a lot of what people say in it, but. There was this lady, and one thing she said is that we all have the fear of people, innit? Which is so true. Like, you always have the fear of like, what are people gonna think when I wear this? What are people gonna think when something just stupid, like when I step out the door, like when I'm driving, like. So what was the question again? I got lost.
I mean, so when it comes to doing something like you want to do, whether that's acting or whatever, my question was basically, do you think people care too much?
Yes, like a lot of people care a lot in it, like, but the thing is not to care too much about what people think, innit? Because you care too much about what people think, then you're not gonna go and really truly release and do what you really want to do in it. So I think what I was saying with the fear of people, like everyone's fear of people's limits them and that. So you don't want that fear to stop you, and that's myself included, man. Like even when it comes to like educating the vine, like I was like there was times I was thinking, right, man, what are people gonna think? Like for me working on this and whatnot. But the project is actually a beautiful project. It's so funny. It's so unique. Like, and at the launch, it was just completely great vibes, and we got so much great feedback from it already.
Surely that's you care what people think.
Not really, nah. It's like me forgetting about what people are thinking and me putting my all into this project.
Okay.
For it to look so great at the end. And so it's just a great piece, and that's just through me just focusing on this piece and not caring about what people think.
I think when you get older as well, your outlook changes. So I was the same. I would always care what people think, whereas now I'm not so bothered. There's certain things that I do, obviously, where I do care what people think, but now I'm just like, I'll just do what I want to do.
Exactly.
I think it changes as you get older.
Not really. It's pretty obvious the way I opinionate myself on things is very like straight to the point, and whatever you say probably watching. But
I'm the same, because when I was younger, I'd always be worried about what I was going to say or my opinion, and I thought I'll just agree with everyone. It's easier. Whereas now, a lot of my friends will come to me and they're like, you're really honest. You always just say how you feel, right? And they'll ask my opinion, and I am. I'm straight to the point because I just think, what's the point of lying?
Yeah, it's true, man. Very true. It's true because those lads will always come back to you one way or another, like
especially when it comes to something creative, like work-wise. I'd rather someone say to me, well, actually, I didn't like it because of this. Maybe you should try this. And it's another idea. Just saying, I loved it. It was so good. When actually they think it's probably shit.
On that note, I think. Oh wait, sorry. If people want to get in contact with you for videos, photography, and stuff, how can I get into contact with you?
Okay, so my Instagram is alphaomega.productions. So you can follow me on Instagram. You can send me a message on there, or you can just send me an email. So it's Alpha Barry BARRIE, no YBN, 39@gmail.com. Send me an email. And then we can just discuss from there. Whatever you're going to do, send a message. I'm open to working on any project. Just give me a shout, and then we'll go from there, man.
Yeah, I'll get all the details of it, and I'll put the link in the description below. So I'll see you guys for the next topic, man. We've done already, so let me go and carry on. So I got.
But that can only lead to bigger trouble though. You ask me what's up, I reply, nigga, I don't know. Motorcom sad face, I'm in a bad place, but I got a little kush left. And I'm looking at the man in the mirror and I'm saying I'm a killer, and he's saying me 2 depths. And I can't take 2 steps without bumping into drama. Yeah, a whole lot of drama. Light it up, take a puff of this bitch. Tell her go suck your mama. Look, I say how I see it, believing in. Lost in the clouds with Khalifa and open your soul.
Hope you guys enjoyed it. Into it, Alpha. Again, all the description will be in all the information in the description below. So go check that out ASAP. Let's get into a topic.
I felt like everyone was in.
Now, our first topic of today is going to start with a very interesting story to do with homework, kids, and basically parents. Now, there's a story going on about how kids are 7 times more likely to commit suicide if they don't get praised by their parents or help with homework. Now, there's been a lot of scientific studies that have shown a lot of children who feel like they're not really progressing in school or doing well in school will end up either sniffing glue or committing suicide. Sniffing glue, I didn't actually understand what it meant. I don't know if you sniff glue, if it's cocaine. But it's weird. I read it and I thought sniffing glue. But I think where this conversation is going to is, do we need to be praised by our parents at home while doing homework? Maybe school's not going that well.
You see, my standpoint on this is I'm a little bit two-sided. Where I completely find this a bit crazy that I need to hold on, get boy. Like DJ telling his son, this is stop you from killing yourself. I don't feel like that's necessarily fair. I feel like if I'm not necessarily bringing you down and telling me you're complete shit all the time, I don't see why you feel suicidal. However, I do also understand that sometimes some children do need a little bit more of a
they need more support.
Yeah, a bit of an encouragement, because I saw a post where black kids were I forget the statistics, but were higher in suicide rates, and the comment underneath it was you got a house over your head, you got a roof over your head, you got clothes on your bed, you got food to eat. What are you complaining for? And I was like, crap. That's what my mom used to say to me. And because black parents, not just a black parent, but parents sometimes feel like just because you got those 3 things, you should be fine. So therefore, you haven't got anything to complain about. You ain't got bills to pay, you ain't got taxes due, you ain't gonna go out to work tomorrow. What are you complaining for? But some kids do have mental issues that need talking about.
But at that age, you don't know that.
Exactly.
You don't know about all that stuff.
So would you put being, I don't want to use the word dumb, but should I say, what's another word? Not understand. Is it learning difficulties? Is that?
Well, I mean, everyone that has low grades doesn't mean they have learning difficulties. I'm dyslexic, so I was always lower class because I needed extra help and I didn't get it at school. That's the way it was. I think what kids probably struggle with is workload. Like a lot of my friends who have kids, they say they go to school from like, 9 till 3, and then they come home and they've got like 2 hours of homework, and they're like, what do they go to school for? Why do they need to do 2 hours of homework every night when they could be doing something else, like sports related or a class or extra help like tutoring and stuff like that, or spending family time together, because you don't see, like, I see you guys a lot more than I see some of my friends and family. So do you know what I mean? So they'll spend more time at school than they do with their family.
I mean, it's interesting because I was a teaching assistant, and the reason why we give them their homework is because they need to, if they understand it in class, if they go home and they can actually do it and come back to and get it correct, we know we've actually taught them correctly. The reason why they give homework is to see if they actually understand it, and then if they can't do it, when they come back and we mark it, we know, okay, cool, well, he and she struggle with this and this and that, that's what they need to work on.
Do you know what I think it is? It's because when I was at school, if I did I never forget this, I was rubbish at French. I can't do foreign languages because when you're dyslexic, when you read something, you read it differently and you hear everything differently and process it differently. So I did French homework and I remember really trying hard to do it right, and I got all of it wrong. And instead of coming to me and being like, let's work out why I've got it, he made me stand in front of the class and try and do it on the board in front of everybody and write it out because I'd done it wrong. And I was so embarrassed, and he was going, well, why can't you spell it? Why can't you do that? I was like, this is so awful.
That sounds like he was brilliant.
Like,
sometimes I just think this school system stuff, it doesn't help. Like, but even in primary school, I think I didn't really enjoy primary school that much. Like, you know how you got split into different tables in primary school? I was always on like the lowest table, and like I always felt so dumb. Like, and then because my parents, specifically my father, he's very educational. I kind of got that pressure that I need to be smart. I need to know. I need to have good grades in order to have a good life. Now that I'm older, I don't believe that whatsoever in it. But when you're growing up and you have that pressure, and that's what you believe. So it feels precious. So I can understand a kid feeling suicidal if you generally can't believe you can't do it. Like, if you can't do it, then.
However, I don't feel like just because I'm not praising you, I mean, you're going to be suicidal. Like, I understand if the statistics was
because they're not getting help.
Yeah, kids said, statistics were, not being able to do the work at school makes kids sometimes more suicidal. Don't understand. But the fact that,
But I think it kind of works both ways because they're not getting that kind of. Because in school, you see the kids getting the praise, and you see the ones that aren't. So if you're that person that's not getting it, and then you go home and you're still being told you're dumb or you're trying to do your homework, they're like,
or
why
just
can't
not
you do your
helping
homework?
you or taking an interest in it.
You're gonna see it as no one rates you. And if you're a kid and no one's showing you that kind of support or even just love in general, you're gonna go crazy. It's almost like getting bullied. Now when you're getting bullied and you're not getting love at school, and then you come home and it's still the same kind of feelings, no love at home, that's where you commit. I'm not saying they're both the same thing. I think it's a bit different to get bullied to not be educationally smart. But I mean, when you think of it, they're kind of both the same. If you don't feel the same love and support from the people around you, you're going to just go kind of crazy in your head, especially if you're a kid.
Well, I used to have a tutor in primary school. I think it's called SATs at the end of year 6, and I had a tutor because I just didn't get the help at school. And I don't remember when I think I didn't get confirmed I was dyslexic till I was at college, and then I got a tutor there as well. But my mum dad paid for me to have tutors so that I could make sure that I hit my grade and whatever, and I felt good. And it wasn't a pressure of like, you must do it. It was just to get the best out of me. And what I find is that the majority of people who are dyslexic are very hands-on. So if I sit in the exam or I sit in a classroom with you talking at me for 2 hours, it could go in one ear and out the other, and I'll be like, I have no idea what you're talking about. If you stick a video on, or I do something with my hands and create something, sorted, it will go in. And that's what you have to do. I think you have to find your way of learning, and I think it's very hard if kids at school, especially primary school, don't know maybe they're autistic or they've got dyslexia or whatever, and their parents don't know, then that's even harder because they're probably sitting there thinking, I don't understand, why don't I understand?
That's a good point. But how would you even know if someone's got dyslexia? I mean, as a parent, how would you?
I mean,
because of how you read and how you write. So how you write, some people are really bad at spelling. I'm really good at spelling. Reading out loud, and how you pronounce certain words, because how you see words on paper is very different to a normal person, someone who doesn't have it.
Really?
Yeah, and if I do an exam, I used to have it in quite big font or on blue paper because it stands out to my eyes.
Right.
Yeah. So when I went to drama school, you sit and you have your play that you're reading, and it would be from a really old book, and you'd all have to take turns reading a part of it. I used to be so scared because I think this is so small, and I'm going to be trying to continue the whole sentence, and I've got to do an accent with it, and I've got to act it out. So I had to. It took me a lot longer. Where someone literally the night before would do their essay, and they'd get 90%. I could spend 4 weeks doing my essay and get 75. But I'd be happy because I know that I've worked really hard and I've done it.
Yeah.
So it's just, I think, finding your flow really.
Fly, I've done, guys.
Yeah.
I don't know where that came from. But I guess the more to conclude on this topic, I would say if you're a parent, just check up on your kids.
I think it's the simple things like if someone's struggling, let's have a simple conversation, just little encouragement and stuff, innit? Because it's like what you said, if you're not getting that love at school and you come home, you're still not getting that love there, then it'll be.
I'm from an African household. I'm from an so you understand the pressure already. I don't know if it's only for me being African or a lot of my friends can agree. If you come home and you don't show signs that you're about to get an A or B, tell you what, B, there's one A's, bro.
Yeah,
you always feel I remember when I came back and I got a C in maths, boy. My parents weren't happy, bro. Listen, foundation and C sounds good in my eye. That's the highest I can get. But then where's the A's at? And I'm just
It must be hard though when you've got brothers and sisters as well who could be, smarter than you or better at something. You might not be as good. That must be really hard to compete with, especially some parents. Obviously, they probably have a favourite or they praise them more because they show.
I'm not gonna lie, my brother and sister, they're both A-star students, so imagine.
No pressure.
So whenever we sit at the table having a conversation, they'll be like, "Oh, should we do that smart guy?" So
my sister.
That's so you're laughing, but this isn't funny. This isn't funny at all.
It's not funny. I mean, now I don't really care too tough about it because now.
I think when you're older now, you look back, you know that it's not really that deep. But at the same time, in regard to this topic, you have to show your kid that I love them whatnot. Don't be too. Because I won't lie. Because even my parent, my mom, she's not really fussed on education. She was like, just do well. Innit? My dad was like. So with that, I can relate again. So I keep bringing this up. I can relate again to the no love at school, no love at home, because that can hurt you, and that was me. It was hurting. It hurt it hurt. So no way.
Sorry.
Wow. But it hurts. So that little bit of love, man, is very important. It's important still.
Yeah, man, 100%. If you're a parent, want to get married, have kids, just check up on them. I think at the end of each week, maybe once a week, on Sunday or something, just be like, how's school, man? How's homework?
Find what they're passionate about as well.
Yeah.
Bring that out of them.
I mean, a lot of parents kind of my mum saying she'll see me come home, she'll leave me by myself. It's I'm not. All I want is someone just to ask hey Jeffrey, how are you? I'm not okay. But no one does that. I feel other people kind of feel shop your teams, primary school, just going for phases, leaving by them. They'll bounce back. And sometimes they don't bounce back. Because they really don't. And you kind of do that. You do need to check up on them. So the same way, I was someone to ask them how they are, the same way kids will do too. So yeah, check up on them.
I guess on that note, we'll go into another topic. Which, again, we don't have a cameraman at that job. Do it.
They didn't need to know that. Yeah, no.
I know that. I don't know, it's true though. I'm actually going to edit that.
Suck it down with me, yeah. Suck it down with me, yeah. Suck it down Yeah, you're the love of my life, and I want you to be my wife. I'ma love you till the day I die. Say, I'ma love you till the day I die. That's right, no lie.